We want them to move around in the community. We want them to move around within their homes and just have as much privacy and independence and respect that they can.
You've been at this a long time.
20 years. I took care of my mother for years with Parkinson's, but she was a nurse, and I grew up in nursing homes because oftentimes I would go to work with Mother, and if my dad was working. So I just loved the residents. I always did. I still do. They're great. They're wonderful. Today they live, I like to think they live pretty well.
Hi, I'm Allison Weingartner, and I'm the Executive Director for Mass Advocates for Nursing Home Reform. Education is very important. We are a nonprofit advocacy group. We're the only nonprofit advocacy group in the state for the consumer, for the resident and their families. What we do is we try to educate people on their rights and just make them aware today of the rights that they have. Well, one of the things I want to really stress is you have the right to make your own choices, the right to self-determination, and you have the right to be an active person in your care. And the care plan is a good way if you've found a change in something or medication or want to introduce cranberry juice into your diet or things like that. You can meet at any time and change the care plan and speak with the people at the nursing home. And once a quarter, you are afforded 15 minutes where they come in and afford you time to talk about your particular loved one. In my case, it had been my mom. And that's at a point where you work with the facility, the CNAs, the social activities directors, and the director of nursing to go over how's it going for for my mom and what changes could we make to make her life a little bit better.
These are the care plan, and that's under state law that they have the right.
Oh, and the reason the care plan is very important, and it is state mandated that every quarter you have a 15-minute window to go in and talk about your case specifically. What you should be looking for in a nursing home is the care. I mean, one thing to not get tripped up on, you want a clean, livable space, but you really want to know about the people and the care that they're going to provide, and you want to understand the staffing. How many people does one CNA have to take care of, for example? And there'll be different ratios. Like in some facilities it might be one CNA to 5 people. In another facility it might be one CNA to 8 or 10 people. So then you can draw your own judgment that they don't have certainly somebody with a lesser number of residents to work with would have more time on each of them. So you're looking for staffing. The other thing to do is obviously take a tour, go see many of the nursing homes in your area. It's very important to keep, draw a radius so you can go see your loved one on a very regular basis, daily if you'd like. So it's very important to have it close to home, to do your due diligence, go visit quite a few of them, and you'll come down to your favorites and then go back to those. And go back to them not during business hours. Go back on late afternoon on Sunday, Saturday afternoons, and Sunday mornings, and see how things are looking then.
Can you just walk in, or do you have to make an appointment, don't you, to do that?
No. You should be able to walk in, and I don't think during business hours on a Saturday, guests are allowed from usually noon to 8, so I would think why wouldn't you be able to go in and tour?
I'm just thinking, say I'm interested in a nursing home, but I don't know anybody in it, so I can't just walk in and walk around.
Well, you would have asked for an official tour, so you've met the executive director and the director of nursing, and then you could inquire. I'd like to come back a few other times just to get a better feel for the nursing home, and they should be very accommodating on that. They should allow that because you're making a very large decision.
Yeah, I guess I'm just thinking if you just get a tour and they have a special thing they show you whenever you're there, how do you really know? But that's
right, and that's the point I'm trying to drive at, is coming at a time where it's not during business hours is a real measure, a true measure of what the nursing home looks like.
Yeah.
The people, and I'd watch how the interactions are with the staff, and it's a lot of personal preference. I happen to like that home, but don't get tripped up on it has a nice chandelier in the lobby. That's not important in the long run. What's important is the people that are going to be caring for your mom and how they treat them.